I want to begin. I want to begin week 3 of 2025. Making it happen in 2025. I want to work. I want to start with my website. Now, I've done websites in the past, and uh, it's always the standard. Find a template, put in a template. Make it all that kind of stuff. But I didn't want to do that with this one because this one means a lot to me, right? Like, I love this idea of getting media for dental practices because I'll be honest, um, dental has never been exciting for production, right? For producers, for things like that. So, um, me trying to carve my niche, making a story out of an experience that people usually don't like is where I wanted to attack this. Not only that, but to make it visually stunning and appealing were some of my goals from the very start. So with that in mind, I couldn't just do a template, right? I couldn't just do a regular website because I don't do regular work, if that makes sense. And I wanted to portray that, right? Like that's my creative direction speaking out loud. So what does that mean? That means that I obviously think about ideas and I want to do this and I want to do that. And little by little, it's like I have to sit down, I have to spend time, I have to do this. And it just ultimately gets delayed forever, right? Whether it's procrastination or whether it's creative delay, everybody knows what I'm talking about. So for 2025, I decided, shut up and do the work. And of course, I could pay someone to do this, but I feel like things like this just take longer because I know what I want. And that means two things. One, it's either going to take a lot longer, or one, it's going to be much more expensive, right? And I'll be real, I don't want to set a budget for making a website other than, all the essentials of, you know, hosting and email and all that kind of stuff. I want to focus my budgets on other things that can, help me more, right? Actual marketing materials and things like that. So here is the result, right? I spent 3 or 4 days just like putting my head down and figuring it out. So this backdrop I had actually done a while ago, and I used it for another website for another company that I do video production for with Chris Stone, Burgo Stone Productions. And that was the original idea. We were going to do everything dental and this and this and that, but ultimately we decided to split focus, and everything that we do together, we're going to be doing in the B2B dental businesses, right? So things like, events or businesses that work in dental, right? Providing solutions to dental practices, things like that. And then anything that's dental practice specific, I'm going to be doing it with my company, right? Burgos Media. So I actually did that for that site, and I decided to just bring it to this one. And as a reference, let me show you guys what it actually looked like. So this is the same backdrop, right? Like you see the back, and it's the same dental practices doing the same thing here, the same video. But we had unlocked the power of emotion, right? Reach out, CTA, and then some pictures here. We have some video examples, some testimonials, you know, media for your marketing team, custom packages, and then special pricing and all that kind of stuff. And then ultimately reach out. Simple landing page that, it took me a day to make, but this is legit like just a template, right? You grab little sections, you put stuff in, and then that was the template. But this one isn't. And we can tell instantly right away with the text, right? One of my ideas was always that every practice isn't just a dental practice, right? Oh, you do dentistry, right? You fix teeth or you clean teeth. That's all a dentist is. It's not. And I've done probably 20 plus dental practices now, and every single practice that I go to is different. They have their own vibe. They have their own style. They have their own employees. They have their own culture. And they have their own style of doing things, right? For instance, your practice is a safe space. I went to a practice called Purple Dental in Massachusetts, and one of the patients during her testimonial kept reinforcing how she had trauma from a previous dental practice. And, like all patients do, they stop going. They just stop going to the dentist because the trauma ultimately makes them fear the dentist and they just don't go. So she said when she found Purple Dental that it became her safe space. The way that the doctors treated her, the staff treated her, she felt safe in the practice. So literally their practice is a safe space, right? Your practice perfects smiles, right? Some practices are all about smile aesthetics. Your practice is a safe space. Your practice transforms lives. How many times have I seen a practice do veneer case or do, restorative work, and the patient says, it doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It absolutely changed my life forever. There are practices that look for those patients who do that for every single one of their patients. And that's unique, right? Which led me to my line, let's capture unique, because it absolutely is unique. And obviously, I've had the pleasure and luck to be able to capture some gorgeous dental practices, right? So here's just a little loop of all the practices that I've been able to capture. And as I scroll down, I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Burnham of the Smile Studio in Arizona. What a beautiful practice, right? A modern family-friendly dental office in Phoenix, Arizona, all about building long-lasting relationships by putting patients at the center of everything they do. That smile looks good on you. You saw the clip? And she's just amazing. And it was an awesome, beautiful dental practices in the mountains of North Phoenix. And this is just some of the work that I can do. And if you guys are still watching, I want you to go through the whole website. And if there's anything that you feel can be improved upon, or you've got a little comment here and there, I'm open all ears, because I want to make sure that this is perfect. And then as you keep going, I have a couple other practices. This is Feliciana Dental in Louisiana. Here is QC South Dentistry in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've got Dream Dental here in Central Florida. This is in Winter Haven. We've got Sincere Smiles based in Howell, Michigan. And here's a little behind the scenes captured at Frisco Dental Studio. Funny enough, this was actually not for a dental practice. This was actually a video for 26L Dental Builders. They actually build out dental practices, and we did a video for them, a brand video, which is really cool. And then ultimately we reach out. I'm going to go quickly into some of the dental practices. So we'll go into the Smile Studio, and here you can see that there are videos and a bunch of pictures. Now, these are selects of the pictures, and this is the brand video for the dental practice, right? So this is the brand video that I actually did for Smile Studio. You can click and you can go to the YouTube link to watch more. But all of these are selected pictures. I think I delivered more than 250 pictures for the practice. I guarantee 100. I'm obviously I will try to give you as many pictures as possible. And it really depends on the patient. It depends on the location. It depends on the practice. It depends on a lot of different factors. But yeah, this is these are some of the pictures, and you can go down. I think there's something like 40 or 50 pictures here. You can see all the different photography that I did for them. And I will go to QC. I think QC is my second favorite practice that I've ever done. All of them are my favorite practice. It's like my children, right? When you ask me is very important, because I switch favorites all the time. But QC South Dentistry, from the outside, I was just like, okay, it's just another corporate kind of style dentistry, dental practice. And when I went in, it was stunning. It was absolutely gorgeous. Dr. Rebecca Bradley is so charismatic, such an awesome doctor, um, doing amazing work over there. And the practice is just beautiful. One of my absolute favorite pictures comes from this dental practice, and you'll see it all over. I'll show you where it is. Oh, this is one right here, but not that one. This picture right here. This is my absolute favorite picture. There's so many nice things about this, right? I love her shoes. I love the composition. I love, welcome Grace to QC South Dentistry. They're both smiling at each other. They're actually friends in real life. So it was easy to direct them to have a great time and to, mimic a doctor-patient relationship, but how she normally does it, right? Because she is very she is very wholesome. She's so amicable and she's so lovely towards her patients that I feel like I really captured what it's really like, right? This is really what it's like. So there's a couple of those. If you go through the list, you'll see I have 8 here. Then I go into About Us. And I have the same treatment on the About Us page, right? What is it about us that we love doing? We love finding feel-good vibes. We love crafting visual stories. We love turning visions into reality, right? Because I was just at a dental practice today where the Dr. Kathleen Anderson, she was saying, now that I'm into the social media game, I have some of these ideas where, when it was building out, the whole family were jumping. And then I want to do the next part where we're all jumping and everything is already built out. And I love that. I love things like that, right? It's like, let's do it. Let's find a way to capture awesome, intricate stories, befores and afters, heartwarming stories, actual patient stories, doctor stories. There's so many stories in your dental practice. Because it's important, right? Dentistry is important and it changes people's lives. So what's the best way to share that with the world is to tell a story. This is Brittany at the Smile Studio. She was awesome. She's in marketing. Her patient testimonial was hilarious. It was fantastic. But she knew exactly what to say and how to say it. That sometimes it's like, why am I even asking questions? You know exactly what to do. But here's just some more information about us, right? Where experience meets vision, your practice, your story, collaborative creativity. And I truly believe that creativity is not just mine, right? There's creativity for everyone here. And here's the team. Funny story is that, I'm the owner, chief creative. This is my wife, Michelle. And this is my sister, Michelle. So Michelle's helping out with social media. But my sister's name is Michelle. My wife's name is Michelle. But my sister's full name is Michelle Burgos. And my wife's name is Michelle March. But if I put Michelle Burgos, I'm pretty sure everyone would think my sister is my wife and this is just someone who's part of the team, right? But that's not true. This is my wife and this is my sister. Yeah. Anyway, she didn't want to change her name because then she'd be my sister. And I totally agree with that. And it's just a funny anecdote. Then more reaching out. Finally, it's the services. And services, obviously letting you guys know everything that we do. We're capturing everyday magic. We're capturing genuine connections. We're capturing moments that matter, what matters most, both to the dental practice and to patients. True authenticity. So we start with creative direction. Some practices are cool with just me showing up and just doing whatever we got to do. Some dental practices want to know from the start to the end and want some input, want to be able to collaborate together to reach a creative direction, right? That's cool too. We can definitely work with that. Photography and video production. So in the standard package, I'm the photographer video guy who shows up and I get everything done for a standard video photo package in 1 day. That's another video, but we get it all done in 1 day. 3 patient testimonials, doctor testimonials sitting down, pictures of the whole practice, video of the whole practice, storyline, everything. That can be all be done in 1 day. And that's one of the services that we offer. And post-production, right? Because it's not just, take the picture, put it together, and you've got a video. This is very handcrafted, right? It's intentional in everything that we do. And just like you're seeing right now, this is a video for the Smile Studio. This is their brand video. This was actually highly stylized to their feel, right? This is the Smile Studio in Phoenix. We got some drone shots, but you can see what the picture looks like before color correction and then after color correction. You can see that we made some custom graphics, right? And we're doing social media content for them. We're doing patient testimonials, that social proof is very important for dental practice, right? They see people and they relate to people and they want to make sure that, it's where they want to go. They had a big fun vibe, they're family friendly, but they're such a cool hip practice that they got a cool hip video. And this is some of the stuff that we do after the shoot, right? Some of the post-production. There's also audio and music, sound effects, cleaning everything up, but that's typical in post-production. And then finally, social media. Same practice. We actually did a ton of social media for them. We did 20 reels, which should last them almost 5 months, right? If you do one reel a week. That's obviously part of your social media strategy, but one of the most common social media strategies I've seen is 3 times a week, 1 reel, 1 carousel, and then 1 promotion or CTA or something like that. And here's just an example too. And if I hover over it too,
It really is that simple.
you can actually hear, maybe not now, but technically you should be able to hear it. And then reach out. So that's my website. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, any comments. This is one of my favorite parts. And it actually took me half a day to figure this out because this is not, part of the video. This is actually coded in, and I had to learn how to do some code. I took coding in college, but that was 20 years ago. So I had to figure some of this out, how to get this done. And I love it. All right. If you know anybody who needs some dental practice media, please send them my way. I'd love for you to show them my website. And thanks again for hearing me rant about all the craziness of doing a website, all the craziness it takes for me to do a website. Yeah, I know some people, it doesn't take this much, but I'm very particular, and I've noticed that I'm very, very high strung about this stuff. So thanks once again.